Okay guys, so previously that company HSTAR did provide us with these awesome micro mini drift cars, the D43, and the last video they came in and provided us with the D24, both of which were excellent mini or micro drift cars. However, in this video, HSTAR have provided us with something a little bit bigger and something very, very different. This is the R12 F150 1/12 scale from HSTAR. Now, as I was saying, we are looking at this R12-01 from HSTAR. It's based on the F150. It actually says F150 on the box, but this obviously is not a licensed model. 1/12 scale, 4-wheel drive, and it comes in 4 different colors. And you can probably see on the box, F150 all-terrain, remote-controlled off-road RC 1/12 scale drift car. Now, this does not look like a conventional drift car, and it probably isn't. I think they've gotten so used to writing drift car, they've just put drift car on everything. Looking at a few of the details on the box, it does say straight axle version, and it does have a picture of the axle here, which means probably out there they're planning on another version, maybe portal axles, I don't know. It does have a 1500 milliamp 7.4 battery included, independent suspension, a free wire servo, and a 380 brushed motor. And it's good to see the picture of the drivetrain here shows a full metal drivetrain. Anyway, let's crack this one open.
Please subscribe, like, and leave a comment.
There it is, in blue. I do like the blue. So there's the first look at the truck, and it seems to have wet itself or had an accident in there. Little goodie bag, and your remote transmitter. And that's it. Inside the goodie bag you will find a foam grip for the transmitter, USB Type-C charging cable, yet another one of these black screwdrivers. I think I've got about 1 million of these lying around now. And a little bag of screws and what looks like mirrors for the mirrors. The radio control is essentially the same as it is on their little drift cars. Is your steering trim, on-off switch, a button to turn your lights on and off, and a button that says high speed, low speed, and cruise control. So I have to find out what that's all about. Just remove its protection. Oh, oh damn. Jesus. Oh. Wow, that is stuck on there. Oh. What the hell? Luckily that didn't pull off any of the paint or any of the color on there. Okay, as you saw the first look at the car, it is very, very detailed. And it looks really, really nice, right? Hard plastic body, foldable wing mirrors, clear windows, well, open windows in the case of the doors, openable doors with a detailed interior, and an openable tailbed. Now, you probably did realize it does not say Ford, it says Cork. Underneath of the car, you do see 4-link suspension, telescopic metal drive shafts on both front and rear, and straight axles like you see, also made of plastic. Shocks. Now the shocks are friction shocks, but they could also very easily be changed out for your own upgradable oil shocks. So full-time 4-wheel drive, the diffs are locked. Little free-wire micro servo on the front axle there. Lighting modes with the light button. On, off, flashers, daytime running lights, and more flashing, or all off. I did say there is a high-low speed switch, and it does say cruise control. I think you just keep it running and press the cruise control button, and there you go. Off it goes. Cruise control. And you just put in an input to cancel it. So I think let's just get a driver figure in there. Let's head out and see how it performs. Okay, so we are officially on the trails, and I did forget to mention that the tires do actually feel quite soft, and they do have a fair amount of grip, and there's probably some foams in there as well. Now, not sure what speed I'm in, but modular control is pretty good. A brushed motor, obviously this is not going to do some amazing crawls, but as a trail truck it should do just fine, and it does look really good. Driver of choice today is a crash test dummy. Oh, I think it has indicators. Yeah, so we do have indicators. A little bit of a mound. We'll see what it does here. I'm going to climb all the way up. Yep, center of gravity is a little bit off. But suspension wise, we know this doesn't have an awful lot of flex. See how it does over these tree stumps. Actually, not too bad, you know. Oh, just as I said that. Okay, just back it up. Here we go. Okay, so crash test dummy doing pretty okay so far. It does feel like I am in the low gear. I just switched it up a gear, and it is, yeah, feeling speed is pretty accurate. Yeah, feeling speed is pretty, I would say, adequate. Now, although I did say it's not a crawler, you know, as guys, I'll probably try to do some crawling anyway. High speed, probably not going to do that. Let's go back into a low gear. And it, yep, as I thought, it's going to get hung up a little. Not an awful lot of ground clearance, but I did say it's not a crawler. But it is a very, very good looking trail truck. Our trailing speed is more than adequate, you know. You're going to have to walk quite fast to keep up with it if you're going to go full throttle. And yeah, the center of gravity is not the best. Oh, got up higher than I thought. That is quite steep, mind you. Oh, not bad actually. I'm surprised it did that. It just looks so good doing this though. I mean, look at it. And going slow, the modulation, being a brush motor, it's really good. You can go. And it's so slow, it's easily controlled. And the crash test dummy, making easy work of these mounds. see how slow I can get it. Not bad, not bad. I've decided just to put some general rubbish in the truck bed because it just looks so empty without it. I think realism on this truck, you know, despite the fact that it does say Cork and not Ford, is really nice. The scale features are nice. I mean, the opening doors, the opening tailgate, all nice added features. Nice job. Now, one thing to note, the steering radius isn't brilliant, by the way. So you might have to take a couple more turns on some of the tracks. I expect this climb will probably give this truck a little bit of aggro. It's very muddy. It's quite steep, actually. Oh. Surprisingly, well, it's just got no grip because of the mud. You can see it slipping in the wet mud. Maybe, yeah, here you go. Give it a little wheel wiggle and up it went. That's actually much better than I thought. You see how the hill hold is coming down, and this is it's quite steep. Oh, not bad. Hill hold is good. And yep, no flip. Obviously not an extreme crawl, but for a trail truck, that was really good. Yeah, actually doing surprisingly well. I mean, it's doing much better than I thought it would. But some of these climbs are really testing it. I mean, it's not big, it's 1/12 scale, and it is really cold and muddy out here. So yeah, doing quite well so far. Now this one, I have my doubts. I really don't think it's going to get up there. And if it does, I'm going to be very surprised. Yeah, so those roots are stopping it from climbing over. It doesn't have large crawler tires. I mean, I've got to repeat myself again, it is a trail truck. It's nothing more. A scale trail truck, and oops. Might have to give up on this one. Let's try it. Ah. That's why we need the crash test dummy, guys. I know I said it before, but I say it again. Generally, as a trail truck, it is doing really well. I mean, it's even made some surprising crawls, you know, stuff like this. It's doing really well. It's handling it okay. I mean, the suspension hasn't been a problem, and it looks so good doing all this. A little bit bouncy. Test how it does in the water. I mean, there's nothing in the advertisement that does say it's waterproof, and it most likely isn't. I'm going to go too deep. More than likely, water's going to go inside the doors and probably flood the interior. Pretty good actually. You get to clean the wheels as well. Oh no, don't do that. No, don't do that. No, not going in there. Not sure I'm going to get it back out. Probably the same way it went in. So shallow water in a stream, not bad. It can deal with it. it's still running for now. Okay guys, so that was the F-150 from HSTAR 1/12 scale 4-wheel drive. Now, it did do pretty well. All in all, for a trail truck 1/12 scale, it did really well. In fact, I think I went a little bit too deep in that water at the end, and it did have a moment of craziness when it started moving on its own and not responding. But after a couple of shakes, and I probably shook the water out of the ESC, and it's become okay again, and it's now working again. So probably, yes, not waterproof and definitely not at that depth. Now, scale-wise, it did look really, really good. I guess, you know, not the best performer, but scale trail truck, definitely worth a look in. If you do want to buy it, link is down below. Don't forget to leave a like. Don't forget to subscribe. I'll see you in the next video, guys.
Please subscribe, like, and leave a comment.